Over the weekend, we saw the president repost another baseless conspiracy theory on Truth Social. This time, it was about former President Biden. And normally, we may not want to share such outlandish misinformation with our viewers, but the president does have nearly 10 million followers on social media.
There is no Joe Biden. Executed in 2020, Biden clones, doubles, and robotic engineered soulless, mindless entities are what you see. Democrats don't know the difference. I'm reading from a post on Truth Social from a little-known user with fewer than 1,000 followers. He was retruthed, that's what we say on that social media site, by the President of the United States over the weekend, raising some questions. Does Trump believe that?
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Donald Trump is next level stupid. What if I told you that the supposed leader of the free world is spreading conspiracy theories so outrageous that you'd have to be as high as Elon Musk to even think it makes a shred of sense?
The president reposted an online post without context, by the way. He didn't add any commentary to it, but the person that he reposted said that former President Biden had been executed and that he was actually replaced with clones and robots that were doing the job for him. Again, this is, of course, completely unfounded. President Biden has also been clear, not only is he dealing with sort of the challenges of being out of office, but there's also this idea that the president is also dealing with prostate cancer right now and going through treatment for that. So it's really not only a baseless claim, but also a claim that is attacking someone who is going through a real health crisis.
This one is off the rails, folks. The red flags and alarm bells are going off, and it seriously brings Donald Trump's mental health into question. I mean, damn. We've seen him as an astronaut on an NFT card. We've seen him peddling golden sneakers and posting AI pictures of him as a pope, a Jedi warrior, a wannabe rock star. I mean, does he have no shame? We all know the answer of that, though.
Some say on the right, it's a theory that's not far from what they've observed. Here's former SEAL Team 6 member Rob O'Neill.
I was looking at old pictures of the night of the bin Laden raid. That's a different guy. That's not the same Joe Biden that was sleeping in the White House. That's a different dude. I mean, yeah. And I'm going to be labeled crazy for saying that, but open your eyes.
Is Donald losing what's left of his damn mind? Or has Donald been reaching into Elon's medicine bag of tricks? If you think about it, he's been kind of off lately. You know, falling asleep and nearly running into a wall recently. He has not presented himself in a way that inspires confidence. And it makes you really question, why is the President of the United States rage tweeting at 3 a.m. about some of the craziest damn nonsense? Did he go swimming in the sewer with RFK Jr., or did he wake up with an idea that seemed so entertaining to his simple mind that he couldn't help but share it on his Truth Social account? Either way, Donald Trump is a buffoon. So let's get this straight. Joe Biden was executed and replaced by robotic clones? Holy shit. Leaders from all over the world must be shaking in their boots right now at the thought of this absolute nincompoop being so close to the nuclear codes. The truth is that everyone knows that Joe Biden lives rent-free in Donald Trump's head. And it's extremely ironic that his cult members accuse Democrats of having Trump derangement syndrome. But what do you call this? Honestly, cosplay, living vicariously, or just being gullible? The mental gymnastics that go through could be a sport if any of them could agree on teams and how to follow the rules. Explaining anything to these people is like trying to herd cats, and the excuses that the Trump faithful dish out for his raunchy behavior are a mile long. They can't get enough. Trump spews unhinged garbage, and they gobble it up like it's an all-out-you-can-eat buffet. If Donald Trump's crazy enough to believe Joe Biden was executed and replaced with a robot, or just crazy enough to know someone else will, that's not made up. That's Keith Olbermann asking the most important question of this entire clown show. And honestly, that might be the only takeaway.
No, this was not simply the repost from some other lunatic on Truth Social. He changed the original post. This is a Trump post claiming this about Joe Biden. Is he in fact crazy enough to believe that Joe Biden was cloned, executed, and turned to a robot, or is he just crazy enough to believe that somebody else will believe that? What's the difference? His mind has jumped the shark. Get out the men with the butterfly nets.
Because here's the truth. Whether Trump actually believes this crap or not is irrelevant. The minute he blasts it out to millions of cult followers like a late-night QVC pitch for paranoia, it becomes reality in their heads. And when that happens, we've left the realm of politics and entered the realm of full-blown MAGA fan fiction. This is beyond stupid. We're not talking about fringe message boards here. We're talking about Truth Social, a platform Trump uses like a geriatric Reddit thread. And now he's reposting a claim that Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by robotic clones. Let that sink in. Not a meme, not a joke, not a drill. The President of the United States retweeted a fringe claim that the man who led the country with the best economy in the world is a soulless, mindless machine built in a lab somewhere between Area 51 and the set of Blade Runner. This is mind-numbingly idiotic. Red flags, air horns, nuclear level alarm bells, every single one of them going off. And it should make you seriously question Donald Trump's mental health. Because let's be real, we've already seen this guy as an astronaut on an NFT card, a pope, a Jedi warrior, a golden sneaker mogul, a shirtless AI rock star. I mean, does he have no shame? Answer, of course not. But do we have to ask, is Trump losing what's left of his damn mind? Or is this something darker? Is he diving headfirst into Elon Musk's wellness supplement baggie and chasing with the brain full of conspiracy clickbait? Because let's look at the signs. He's falling asleep at rallies. He's walking off stage like a lost toddler. He's barely coherent in interviews. And now he's rage posting clone conspiracies like your uncle after 3 bourbons and a rabbit hole. Did he go swimming in the sewer with RFK Jr.? Did he dream this up during one of his late night Mar-a-Lago Big Mac comas? Or did he just think it was funny enough to post to his base of tinfoil hat cosplayers who'll believe literally anything if it owns the libs? Either way, this is political malpractice on a galactic scale. And the scariest part, these people, millions of them, believe it. They don't just like the post. They don't just share the post. They buy the t-shirts. They believe it. They'll tell you with a straight face that the real Joe Biden died in 2020, that he was replaced by a robotic body double programmed by George Soros and the ghost of Hugo Chavez. That's everything since then has been some kind of glitch in the Matrix. But honestly, Joe Biden lives rent-free in Donald Trump's head. And the irony here is almost painful because these same people, the Trump faithful, they're the ones always yelling about Trump derangement syndrome. But what do you call this? This isn't policy. This isn't debate. This is cosplay. It's vicarious living. It's internet age brain rot. It's a cult wearing red hats and dancing in circles around a golden toilet. The mental gymnastics they perform to justify this man's behavior, Olympic level. The excuses, a mile long. Oh, he was just trolling. It's just a joke. He didn't really mean it. Because if Joe Biden posted that Donald Trump was a lizard person in a fat suit operated by Roger Stone and a ferret in a trench coat, Fox News would run week-long specials about presidential competency. But Trump, well, he gets a pass every time. He posts unhinged garbage and they regurgitate it like gospel. And now we're supposed to pretend this is normal. Believe it or not, that's their goal. So let's circle back. Is Donald Trump crazy enough to believe Joe Biden was executed and replaced with a robot, or just crazy enough to know someone else will? That's the question. And after everything that we've seen, from the rage posting to the sleepwalking to the junkyard of conspiracies that keep spilling out of Trump's brain like a busted septic tank, it's pretty damn clear. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether Donald Trump believes it or not, because he knows that they will. He knows that all he has to do is click repost and suddenly it's gospel. You think Trump is sitting around reading white papers and intelligence briefings? Hell no. He's doom scrolling memes made by bored guys in Idaho who think a YouTube ad for male vitality pills is a CIA leak. But that's the point. He doesn't care if it's real. He cares if it spreads. And spread it does. Like a virus in a brain with no firewall. From Truth Social to Facebook to Uncle Ron's drunk rant at Thanksgiving. The nonsense metastasizes. Suddenly, there's a whole army of red-hatted foot soldiers fighting a war against reality itself. And Trump, he's the guy lighting the match and walking away with a grin. That's not just stupidity. That's strategy wrapped in lunacy. And that's what Oberman nailed. So when we ask, is Trump crazy enough to believe it? Or just crazy enough to know someone else will? The answer is yes, both, all of the above. He's the patient zero of a weaponized fantasy world where up is down, truth is treason, and Biden's a damn Westworld extra. And if we don't call it out, fight back, and drag this country out of the fever dream, it's going to get worse. This isn't about politics anymore. This is about reality. Good versus evil, and you have to pick a side. This administration is robbing us blind and flooding our social media with nonsensical anti-vax and fluoride conspiracies while RFK Jr. is swimming in the sewer and drowning shooters of frothy raw milk to celebrate the fake reports that are molding health policy in this country. And Trump, he's not just next level stupid, he's next level gone. I mean, we've reached the point where his own staff reportedly tried to dumb down his intelligence briefings into Fox News style segments. But even that's too advanced. Too many big words, not enough crayons. At this point, you'd have to hand the guy a coloring book and say, the circle is Ukraine, it's smiling. This one, that's Russia, it's mad. Got it? Champ. And then he turns around and still manages to blame NATO, the deep state, or some intern who moved the Sharpie. How incompetent do you have to be for your team to say, you know what, let's draw him a picture so he doesn't start a war by accident? The man has lost his damn mind. Between the AI Pope selfies, the NFT trading card cosplay, and this clone theory nonsense, Trump's presidency feels less like leadership and more like a stomach virus without any toilet paper. And you want to know what the best description is? A life sentence. And we're only 6 months in. Enough. We are done. We've had it with the lies, the lunacy, the fan faction cosplay presidency. This isn't a reality show anymore. This is reality. And it's crumbling under the weight of one man's fragile ego and a movement that can't tell the difference between indicted and indoctrinated, or fact and fantasy. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.